If nations around the world continue with their current climate policies, the average global warming is expected to reach 3 degrees Celsius. That's the headline from the United Nations' latest annual emissions gap report.
It's a temperature on Earth we haven't seen over the past 3 million years. And remember that we've only existed as modern humans on planet Earth for the past 250,000 years. So there's no evidence whatsoever that we can cater for, even minimum levels of dignified life at a global mean surface temperature rise caused by us, even beyond 2 degrees, but certainly not beyond 3 degrees. So that is a really dire message.
UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres called on the international community for swift action.
Either leaders bridge the emissions gap, or we plunge headlong into climate disaster, with the poorest and most vulnerable suffering the most. This report shows annual greenhouse gas emissions at an all-time high.
The UN report shows affordable existing technologies can achieve emissions reductions by 2030 and 2035 in order to meet the internationally agreed 1.5 degrees Celsius limit. But scientists say it requires wider political will, especially from the world's largest economies.
If we look at the progress towards 2030 targets, especially of the G20 member states that we focus on, because collectively they account for nearly 80% of global greenhouse gas emissions, they have not made a lot of progress towards their current climate targets for 2030. And those targets, in addition, are not strong enough to get us anywhere close to where we need to be by 2030.
The latest UN report sends a stark warning. If the world fails to set far more ambitious targets, the current trajectory of warming is expected to bring more frequent and extreme weather events globally, leaving some of the poorest nations and their economies more vulnerable than ever before. Ediz, Tiyansan, CGTN, Los Angeles.